As you can see behind me, we're at Sunrise Grocery. But this is a good place to stop because here in just a minute you have to make a decision about which way you want to go. If you're going to do, well, I've heard it called a lot of different things. It's called 6 Gap by bicycle riders because you go up and down 6 gaps, I assume. I've heard it called the Georgia Dragon. I've heard it called the Dragon's Head or the Dragon's Eyes. It's called all kinds of different stuff. It's called Blood Mountain. Well, we're going to call it.
Get that place to ride.
Take a right onto a road called Wolfpen Gap, which is what we're going to do. Now, my logic for that is, if you go to Wolfpen Gap first, you go up Wolfpen Gap, and then you go down 60 past Suches, Georgia, where Two Wheels and Suches is, and then you come back up Blood Mountain. If you're going to ride a little bit too quickly into curves, it's more fun to do it going up the mountain than it is going down. And I'll be honest, doing this, whatever you want to call this road, I honestly think Wolfpen Gap, going up Wolfpen Gap is one of the most fun sections of it. Because it's so tight, so technical, so steep. It's just everything you want out of a mountain road. Including a 15-mile-an-hour left-hander. Going up into this beautiful little bit of road. That's so pretty right there. You switch back to the right here. Look at that. You are a handsome road, you devil, you. It's so tight. The road keeps you so busy, it's kind of hard to talk. Right-hander going back up the mountain here. One of the curves where you can see the road that you were just on. Lord. That's pretty. Making the traction control work a little bit. Look how pretty that is, though. It's very, very steep, very twisty. What a road. So, just that section of this, I'm going to call it the Georgia Triangle, the Georgia Dragon, whatever you want to call it, Wolfpen Gap. The first part of where you go up the mountain, come back down the other side of it, that is so great. I love that. It is so busy. It hits all the buttons for me for mountain road. Alright then, on to Suches. We are at Two Wheels and Suches. Get on the 60, I don't know if it's east or west. Whatever. There's a cool little waterfall, though. That's pretty. Every time I stop, I say I'm going to clean my visor, and every time I stop, I forget to clean my visor. So, the first part of this, you got quite a few turn-offs, residential areas, that kind of thing, so, take it easy. This does get a lot curvier here in a minute. Gee, National Forest, Woody Gap Recreational Area. Bicyclers. Like, once you reach that, you're kind of free to kick ass down this mountain. Like you're going to go toward Dalenega. But we're not going to go down that far. Carrying quite a bit of steepness at the moment. We kind of went up and down on Wolfpen Gap to get to Suches. And now we're going down. Catching up with traffic, which always sucks. I don't mind if I pass it. It's not going to use a turn off because he could have done it right there. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so I'm going to try to tell you all a story here real quick as I go through the traffic circle. Apparently back in the day there was a really hot Native American girl named Trelada. And all the boys wanted her. And one boy decided he wanted her enough that he just went ahead and kidnapped her and took her away from her home. Only to find out after a while that the only reason that she was a young hottie was because she was drinking water from a special spring. So she was getting old and fugly, and he was like, "Baby, what's going on? You're getting old and fugly." And she's like, "Well, I got to drink water from the spring, so I stay young and hot." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, let's get you back there so you'll be young and hot again." He's like, "Oh, okay. All right." So they kind of start coming back, and unfortunately, she passed away on the way. She's buried right there. So now it's supposed to be good luck to bring a rock and put on her grave. So that's why that big stone pile's there. And that's why there's traffic circles here instead of just a normal intersection. Cool story though, right? Good stuff. Alright, so anyway, we get on 19 north. That's going to take us back toward Blood Mountain, Boulder State Park. And the coolest thing about Blood Mountain is it has 3 lanes for the most part, so you're guaranteed not to get stuck behind traffic, which is awesome. Because nothing kills your day faster than thinking you're going to get to ride up a mountain road that you really, really like, and then you're stuck behind traffic the whole time. Alright, so we're coming into the intersection 19, 129. We're going to take 19 like you're going to go to Blairsville. Somebody was not paying attention. Good Lord, these black marks. Somebody went straight through this intersection. You can see where they hit the dirt over there. Look at that. That was not a brilliant maneuver. So it's 11 miles to that Vogel State Park. I think my battery went dead. So the battery went dead. So up Blood Mountain, part of the Georgia Triangle. This goes up to right at 4,500 feet of elevation. Jump with somebody in a normal mountain road, that would suck. But on this road, it doesn't matter because I have 3 lanes to work with. Man, that is nice curse right there. But I'm pretty sure I can let get around this guy. Good Lord. Perfect. I love the 3-lane mountain road. That was a perfect example of how that rocks. It's not, you've been stuck behind those trucks for the rest of the way. Big coming through. I love 3-lane mountain roads, because I don't have to get stuck behind all these assholes. God, this is a good road. I don't think you can consider it anything other than a great road. This 3-lane feature of it is probably the coolest thing ever. Sign over there says right lane ends here in a bit. But we got around all the slow people, so we don't have to worry about it. But what a turn this is. Good Lord, it goes on forever. Okay, you see that sign? This is pedestrians 25 ahead. It's because there's this big, really weirdly named Wallace Inn. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Mountain crossings of Wallace. So, alright, so we're past that. Now we're going down here with you. Man, that is fun coming up that mountain. What does it work out? So, now look, this is what happens on most mountain roads. See this line of traffic? Let's go ahead and rate that last little section. The 19 coming up Blood Mountain. There are a few turnoffs here and there, but not enough to be super concerning. It is all about elevation change. It goes straight up that mountain. And the 3-lane part of it is amazing. The curves are way tighter and twistier than you expect them to be when you first start up that mountain. It's such a good road. So, it's such a great road. So I think we're going to call it, and you know what? I'm going to say that is, I want to say 8.9, but you know what? I'm going to go 9.0. Just because when you take the whole loop into account, you got Wolfpen Gap, you got 60 south down to Trelada's traffic circle grave thing, which back over to 19, it comes back up Blood Mountain. If you put it all together, it is just a fantastic ride. It's just a fantastic way to spend an hour or two riding around. Good stuff. But we are getting to that point in the video where I say, you know what, if you like the video, like it, comment on it, share it, subscribe, do all that stuff, because every time you do it gets me one tiny little step closer to being able to go and do the next cool thing. And I appreciate you watching. Thanks. It is a Florida tag, I was right. So predictable. I got my blinker on, don't run over me. Passed those guys earlier. It's funny. I started to turn around and go back down 19 and back up 60, but there was a lot of traffic over there today. What the hell?